All right, now we've gotten into the chorus part here. Right after this build up. It's just playing the chords. That's D, B minor, tripping into that A, and then coming down with octaves on that E. So A, G sharp, F sharp, E. Just doing a blues riff here, just sliding into the B, D, from that B flat, A, D, and then tripping into that G sharp from the G, finishing it off with a quick E right before I go into the chords. All right. Basically the idea for the chorus. You have the quick D, B minor, and over the A you can do the classic blues thing, that same thing we do for the US blues. It's riffs like that. So it's just the A, E, C sharp, A, then in the bass we go up to the F sharp. Here we just go up to the D, holding that A still. So just do that, and then constantly tripping back into that F sharp like that. But we're doing it with a different rhythm, right? And I'm kind of going back and forth from the C sharp and E, holding out that A. All right, and then coming up with little riffs, because the E is kind of the only chord that we have space to. We have some time to kill, basically. So here I went, let's see, constant E, going up chromatic from the G sharp. So that's G sharp A, B flat B, like that. Then I'm hitting E again and coming down the scale. E, D, C sharp, B, A, G sharp, A, again, G sharp, F sharp, E. So. Right into our chord. So you want to have things that fill right up to the last second. You got to go right into that chord. That's what's going to sound cool for this song. Now I'm kind of playing everything in this area that you can see, but you can do the different versions of these chords. Okay, and that'll take some practice to get used to where everything is, but it's going to sound better where you build up certain things. So over that A, for instance. You can work your way up with octaves. That's another trick of his, is where he's doing these chromatic runs up from A, B, C, C sharp, and then we're on the E chord, so now we're going to do the same kind of thing. And we've just gotten ourselves right into a different location, so we're going to play these kind of chords up here. And then maybe come back down, he'll do something like... Okay, which is just going down the scale in octaves, but we're going low, high, so in this bouncy thing, same scale, right into our D chord. Another thing you can do, come up here and mess with the time a little bit by playing the chords underneath it, which is E, B, and D, like that together, where I'm doing this constant up here, but I'm going. From that, you go to an A chord, that's A, C sharp, and then G sharp, B. So, back to our thing. Messing with the 2 chord here, sliding into the, what do you call it, let's take a quick A back to E. So we have B, E. I know I'm going very fast, I apologize, but I'm trying to fit into this last part. B, E, sliding into or hammering into the C sharp there. So that's E, A, back to E, like that. And then tripping into the, the same thing over E. That's F sharp, B, tripping into the G sharp here. And now I'm kind of rolling off down the scale here. Keep going, C sharp, B, and then C sharp, like a quick, little scoop riff right into our D. So like that. trick, going with the harmony scale. So B, G sharp, going up chromatic, right to that D, B, and I kept going there, I think, right to the D. So I'm D, F sharp. And I just came down in a pattern to get to my A chord. That's A, C, E, C sharp. And I just went right down with going in the scale with the harmony, right back down to the B and G sharp, right where I was. So those are some good ideas to mess with during this part. And of course we have the words. Used to play for silver, now we play for life. Was for sport and was for blood at the port of a knife. Now the die is shaken, now the diamonds fall. There ain't no winner in the game. Either more with all, not with all. So here's where we change. We're doing the same thing. We're on that E. You know, where he says he doesn't come home with all. So we're from the E going into A. Alright, so instead of going back to that D, we go E, A. And here we can go. Walk up to that D chord. That's our next chord. So it's A, B, C sharp, D. From the D we go to G. That's G in the bass, B, D, G, back and forth. We can walk up. Back to the G. Now, that rolling thing, I've taught that before. We're rolling from the A, B flat, B, G here. We're just going down half steps from this. So, right down to the E. Very simple. Remember, just go down half steps from that B, G, right into the E there. See that? Now we're right back to the beginning, basically. Leaving Texas, 4th day of July. All right, and now you can kind of, you know, with the stuff I taught you, you can kind of embellish off of that even more, figure out new things that you can play for the, I think there's 2 more verses and then another chorus. That's when they really build it up at the end there. So all those tricks I showed you, you want to kind of save a few of those things for later on in the song. But that's pretty much all the parts, and that's unfortunately all the time I have. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.